Hey Mobsters, here for another session. HPC Move Mob, what we're really going to focus on again is front squat variant, but instead of kind of focusing on a mobilization that will help us find better position, we're going to focus on one issue that a lot of people have a lot, and it's just generalized knee pain. It's as I'm going down into the squat, as I get to a certain level of knee flexion, everything starts grinding. This patella starts pulling back into the femoral head to cause grinding or softening of the back part of the kneecap. It's called chondromalacia patella. So if you've heard that from your primary care doc and he says, oh, you got chondromalacia patella, here's some painkillers and muscle relaxants. You need to know that there's a lot of different ways to attack that besides medication and cortisone shot. A big thing is just trying to navigate what's going on the front or the anterior chain here that's creating an overstressed position that creates premature overuse in a squat variant. So that was a mouthful. What we'll talk about again is if I'm too tight through my quad, it's going to preload my kneecap back into the knee joint or specifically the femur. So when I go into an even higher tension position as I lower down into a front squat variant or squat variant, I'm going to have a lot of pressure on that kneecap, on the patellar tendon, on the quad tendon. It could be any of those three. And in going through that, I might run into a lot of pain prematurely because it's a misuse type situation. We keep going through these movements, you run into pain, then you say, oh, I have to rest or I have to take it easy, and that's not the solution. The solution is to change the mechanic of the knee joint by starting to lengthen the soft tissues above and around and below around the patellar tendon, as well as gapping through the joint. So there's many things that you can do. One of the things that we're going to focus on, and we've shown the couch stretch, and I think everybody knows the couch stretch, but I also want to show a different variant that's pretty easy to do. You can do this while you're watching TV, playing with your kids, whatever. Simply point your toes down on your knees here, and what we're going to hope to be able to do is go down all the way onto our heels. Now, a lot of you who have pain, you're probably not going to be able to do this. So what we'll have you do is just simply give yourself an offload mechanism with your hands. If you have a chair here, a bench or a stool or anything like that, a couch, that will definitely help you start to use your body weight to start working you down into a closed position with the knee joint right here. Now, as I get there, I can start to come to upright position. From here, I can start to reach back. As I do this, very important, you probably saw me start to drive my hips forward through my glutes and my ab contraction, because I want to prevent any hyperextension through here. Really start to lock down through there and kind of find where my new pattern is as far as where do my quads start to tighten up and where do I want to compensate. Once I get there, use my breathing to start increasing that range of motion. For many of you, that might be right here on a chair. You start to breathe, and each breath you start getting lower and lower and lower. So doing something as simple as that in a very knee flexed position is going to help to start change the soft tissues here so that we're not compressing in this knee joint, not grinding and shearing through that knee joint to create an overuse situation and a lot of inflammation. The thing that we don't see here is, hey, you want to make sure there's padding. You probably figured that out pretty quickly. I was doing it, wasn't very comfortable on the knees, so make sure you have some good padding there just to protect against the compression on the where the patellar tendon inserts into the tibial tuberosity, especially if you have Osgood slaughters. Now go Google all that stuff so you know what the heck I'm talking about. Good luck.